Hello, well this is an update on our non-irrigated syntropic agroforestry demonstration at Lightning Ridge at the Hungry Spirit. You can see, so this area we essentially ripped the area. Let me take you a little bit further back. So we ripped the area 3 years ago, 2021, and basically ran lines north-south, which I'll show you in a minute. But I just wanted to show you the contrast between this side of the road and that side of the road, which are on very similar slopes. Left side has had more grading. This side doesn't get any grading, but this side has had some grading. But you can see that the vegetation is vastly different. So what we did was ripped the whole area, but then created these rows on a north-south facing, and then they've been planted out with aloe vera, aloes, and the Indian fig initially, and they're growing really nicely. 3 years old. They've been chopped and dropped a couple of times, but you can also see here we've got clovers coming through. The grasses, got other little sort of shrubs, soft, and then we planted saltbush. So in August 2023, saltbush and some river gums seedlings were planted here in these rows. And you can see the aloe veras are doing really well with their flowering, growing nicely. There's lots of pups on them, so super healthy, and allowing, providing space for the other little softer things to come through. There's a bit of jade there at the end as well. I haven't seen any of the river gums survive. We didn't water, and that was deliberate, and I felt bad about it, and I'm so sorry to the trees that didn't make it, but we wanted to keep this system as a non-irrigated system, and so there's not been any irrigation happen here at all. We're just relying on rainfall, which this year was quite a dry early summer, and then we had a massive rain event in February, and we've had sort of enough consistent rain ever since. But look at the size of that dude. How much biomass and water is being captured and stored for later in that fella. And then we come down. It's so interesting. The grasses change. We've got, I don't even know what this one is, but this sort of wispy grass. Then we move into the buffle. And it just sort of changes. These are narrower systems. They're not doing quite as well, which is interesting. And then we go with very little, if any, grass between rows. Again, we're just doing this as an experiment to see what happens, what works. And then this was the two rows that we did in an August 2022 workshop. Again, non-irrigated, and then was updated and replanted with more saltbush, and just chopped and dropped at the August 2023 workshop. And there's lots going on in these systems, so lots of self-sown little shrubby things, and then like that's a ruby saltbush that's going gangbusters, another one there, big old man saltbush. This could do with another chop and drop and a sort of just a tidy up of the system. But look how big this saltbush is. They were planted there. That's a year old essentially. That saltbush, so big and bushy, and more rubies. I know. I always try and find them in this system. There is some trees that are self-sown that have survived. I'm not going to be able to find them. There's a couple of river gums that have been planted that have lived. Well, there was last time I was here. Oh, look, there's like a little sarsaparilla. Beautiful little sarsaparilla plant. Climber. So pretty. I know these trees are here somewhere. I know there's that one that's died? Oh yeah, there's one that's died. And another big salt bush or two. Ah, look, little daisies. Beautiful little native daisies. Just hanging out there in the red dirt. So you can see there's just this incredible life, and it's not too bad out here where there's been nothing, but I guarantee the soil in these rows and in this grass rows where it's been managed will be a lot better, a lot healthier at this stage of the game. And this is really an accumulation phase where we're just trying to get as much as we can growing, manage it intermittently and with the view that we're building soil. And also the way Tiago describes it is the quality and quantity of life, so that we can eventually have trees and the bigger plants live and thrive in these systems without irrigation as well. That's our goal, because as you can see, trees do grow, and bushes and shrubs and grasses do grow without human intervention of water. So we want to speed up the system that is enabling that here in this experiment. So beautiful update. I love how it looks, especially when we compare it to the other side of the road. And there was a lot of effort go into by the participants in the August 2023 workshop. They had crowbars and jackhammers and all kinds of things going to retrofit plant into these rows, and unfortunately not a lot has survived, but that was probably a high likelihood when we weren't going to water. We watered them in initially, gave them the first water, and that was it. So unfortunately not a great outcome for the trees, but we're still, just a lack of quality and quantity of life to make that their resilience to be able to come through a hot summer without rain and without water wasn't there. So that's what we're working towards improving in these systems. May you bloom where you are.